What's going on, everybody? This is Big G from G Ryders, and welcome to another episode of Quick Drive Review. This Chrysler 200 here, and I'm getting ready to talk about it. All right, welcome to the 2016 Chrysler 200 Limited. So what this is pretty much one step up from the base model. So it has like the black cloth interior, and only option it has is the sunroof. What can I say about this car? I've only been driving this particular model for only a few days now, but I have driven one over 300, 400 miles. And the one thing I can tell you, it's very, very, very aggressive. I love how from the front, the headlights look like they're frowning at you. It looks really aggressive here. And then the character lines here on the side go all the way to the back. They don't quite integrate to the tail lights or the headlights here, but they're just very, very beautiful, beautiful lines. If you're not familiar with the Chrysler 200, the Chrysler 200 competes in the same category as the Toyota Camry, the Honda Accord, the Nissan Altima, the Ford Fusion, the Kia Optima, and the Hyundai Sonata. And there are a few other ones that I just can't remember off the top of my head right now. But my opinion about this one, by far, this is the smallest midsize sedan there is. If you take a look in the front here, it looked like it may be pretty roomy, but come around the back, and there's no room at all. Pretty much, this car competes with cars that have a ton of legroom. Cars so roomy that even me, being a 6'1" guy, can fit behind myself in the driving position. This car, not so much. Anybody above 5 foot tall is not going to be comfortable back there, especially on a long road trip. Maybe, you know, off to lunch or something like that, but nothing too long. This car does have the trunk space of a midsize sedan. Here I'll have it's just a backpack and a bag of some stuff back here, and it's a pretty deep trunk, and it has a little pass through here. It's pretty nice. I really like that. And standard on all Chrysler 200s, base model and up, is the backup camera. You gotta love the backup camera. All right, let's get in here and see how this thing looks on the inside. Standard on all Chrysler 200s is the keyless go. So what you do to lock it is hit the button here, and then wait a few seconds, grab the handle, unlock, and open it up. Very, very nice. This car comes with a 2.4 liter Tiger Shark 4-cylinder motor that comes from Fiat Chrysler Auto Group. And it has the nice growly sound. Has a nice growly sound that, like the Fiat 500 Abarth has. All I think it needs is a little bit louder of a muffler, and it sounds super mean. But again, this is a mid-size sedan, and that's not quite a mid-size sedan thing to have. So inside the Chrysler 200, the interior quality is not too bad just to be a base model. Like, the padding up here is quite hard, but got a little bit of push to it. And the dashboard's pretty soft. But honestly, I don't think it needs to be soft up here. I think it needs to be soft over here where people put their elbows at. The gauges are pretty clear. I really like the design on them, and on the higher models, it comes with the color background here. And then it has the smaller screen. The smaller screen's not bad. It works pretty well. It's not very slow, it doesn't lag. And it has the integrated backup camera, which is pretty nice to get on pretty much base model. But I know now, going forward from 2016, that the backup camera will be standard on pretty much everything now. You have to have the backup camera. The seats, just black cloth interior. Nothing too fancy. I mean, this, like I keep saying, this is a base model. They're very soft. But like only like new car soft, not older car soft. You know the difference between a new car soft and old car soft. New car soft, when you sit in the seat, you sink down into it. New car soft, you sit into it, but you only sink just a little bit. But I do like the seat design. Here in the middle, you get two cup holders and a little storage thing right here for laying a phone or something like that. And then you get like a little glove compartment here in the center that has your cigarette lighter style charger, USB and aux port. Here in the center here, you have an electronic parking brake. To engage, you just pull it. To disengage, you have to hold the brake and push it in. And then you have the dial shifter here. A lot of people hate this thing, but I kind of like it. It adds a little bit of class and sophistication to this car to make it stand out a little bit. That's different from the other midsize sedans. I mean, in the 2017 Ford Fusion, they added one too, so people shouldn't hate them that much. Then right above all that stuff is your fan control, is your radio control. You can turn the screen on and off here, go back between the menus. And this is your fan speed, so you can turn the temperature down right here. Turn it up, AC, circulation, front defroster, rear defroster. And if you have USB hooked up on here, you can press this button here and you can search through all your menus. It's really nice that cars still have buttons. A lot of cars are moving to those stupid haptic feedback buttons, which only work half the time, and you have to take too much focus off the road than to actually use those things. All right, after this car passes here, we're gonna do a little 0 to 60 run, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about how this thing drives. Alright, let's talk about how this thing drives. So, first of all, this car has electric power steering. There's actually more feedback than you would think. Yes, it's pretty loose, but when you get going at speed, it tightens up a bit and becomes a little more heavy. Artificially heavy, but a little more heavy, which, you know, helps out a lot when you're driving, trying to drive a little hard. Well, one thing I did notice when going in corners, this car actually doesn't have that much body roll. I was actually really surprised by that. It has a lot less body roll than my Lexus does, but I guess this is a newer car, and my car is a Lexus, so you know, that luxury ride. Power, it's not much power, but if you ever buy this car, you have to get the V6 unless you really care about fuel economy. I think this car has hardly no road noise at all. It's very quiet in here to be going at 60 miles an hour on like a regular road. It's really quiet in here. Let's talk about this car's biggest downfall, its transmission. This has a 9-speed automatic transmission. Why did Chrysler feel a need to put 9 gears into a transmission? I understand doing it for fuel economy reasons, but I think there's no reason why this car should have 9 gears. Like, the 8-speed that comes in the Dodge Chargers, Challengers, and 300s, and trucks and everything, it works perfectly. But this 9-speed is just one too many gears. They try to do way too much. So when you're going around town, the car is never really sure on what gear it wants. Like, there it is, it just happened right there. It held 4 way longer than it should have to have 9 gears. Or I don't understand the logic of this car's transmission. So, I mean, it's very slow. Here, I'm flooring it right now. Yes, it shifted pretty well, but look at this. It's taken very long time to get into another gear. And it's just ridiculous. This is a new car, and you feel every single shift that happens in this car, no matter if you're flooring it or you're doing in stop and go traffic. Sometimes the car wants to start in second, sometimes the car wants to start in first, and sometimes it decides for 10 minutes, not literally 10 minutes, but it feels like 10 minutes on what gear it wants to start in. Earlier today, I was coming back into town, and I was coming to a halt. I got down to maybe like 10 or 15 miles an hour. Okay, it went down to second gear. I'm like, okay, cool. We're gonna start in second again. Nope. As soon as I put on the gas, it goes back into first gear. I was just like, what is the point? You're already in second gear. Just stay there and I'll accelerate. It's just all the shift points just make no sense at all. Another issue with this car is the visibility. Right now the camera's at my eye height, and you look over there, you can't really see anything. So imagine when you're coming up to a street, you look and that's all you see, the big pillar here. And also, when you look at out of the front windshield, this big old rearview mirror is sitting in the way to where you have to see. Over there is the same. The mirrors are pretty good size, but then when you go to look to the back to get over, again, more pillars. Come on, manufacturers are making their cars look more and more sloped, so I don't understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Kind of my final opinion about this car. I think it's only an okay car. I now kind of see why Chrysler is going to be cutting it, because compared to all the other midsize sedans that are for sale, this car is just not quite good enough, honestly. This car says it's a midsize sedan, but it's more the size of a compact sedans, like your Toyota Corollas, your Ford Focuses, your Hyundai Elantras. This car is like that size, and I don't think the price that they charge for this car, I honestly don't think that people are... Sorry, let me rephrase that. So for the market they're trying to get on this car, I don't think this car is big enough for that. Honestly, I don't. Compared to the Nissan Altima and the Sonata and the Optima, this car is very, very small. Yes, it's wide, but it's small. I think I suggest, if they want to keep building a car in the midsize sedan, do what Malibu did. Scrap it all together and redo it again. But now I know why Chrysler's cutting this car. I fully understand it now. So, final thoughts on the Chrysler 200. The Chrysler 200 gets a C. It passes, but barely. There's too many things wrong with this vehicle to make it a hot seller in the midsize sedan. I mean, I guess if you compare this car to that, the Dodge Avenger the car replaces, it's a way different car, but I don't think that it's good enough, honestly. But here's a suggestion I would make. If you are in the market for a compact car, like a Corolla, a Civic, a Focus, consider actually looking at this car, because the price, since the car is going away, the prices are dropping on it, and it actually is a good deal for that. But if you're looking at a midsize sedan, don't look at this at all, because you'll waste your time. So if you enjoyed my video on the Chrysler 200, go ahead and put a comment down below. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, honestly, I want to know, how I did on the video. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I should do differently. And you know what? Go ahead and check out another one. I have plenty of videos for you to watch. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.